Hey guys, welcome to another new Night Owl video. And today I'm doing my first unboxing. A lot of channels do this kind of thing. Now I've already taken the plastic off of it because I actually watched it the other night. This is David Lynch's 1977 black and white surreal masterpiece, Eraserhead, put out by Criterion. This is Criterion number 725. There's the spine, I don't know. And there's the back if you wanted to freeze it. Here, I'll go. I don't know if that's focusing or not. Don't worry though, I'm going to go through all this stuff. So this is like an unboxing. I'm going to be talking about this film a little bit, not really a review, but just talking about this edition. And then I'm going to actually do this on Cult Movie Tuesdays this week or next week probably. So anyway, I work at a store now where they have Criterions and Kino Lorbers and all that stuff. And so I'm going to start picking some of these up as time goes on. They are quite dear, so I can't buy tons of them, but this one was one I definitely wanted. I have the Eraserhead 2000 DVD edition, but I felt like I want this one in high definition, and for posterity's sake, Criterion, one of the best and the original boutique label in my opinion. So let's have a little dive into this surreal masterpiece here. So there you got the man on the planet with his stick shifts and all that stuff. This kind of falls apart a little bit. The inside is pretty basic. The inside is just a picture of the bed from the movie, from Henry and his girlfriend's bed. The disc is Henry looking very forlorn. Poor Henry. And then on the back we got one of those little spermy things, I think. No, that's a planet with a hole in it. There's so many things that in this movie that you're not sure what they are, and then it came with this really nice booklet. I can't go through the whole thing very easily, and I'm trying not to break the spine too much, but there's our man right there in front of an oil drum. What else is in here? It has the cast. That's a really cool picture, actually. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of like a blurry picture of Mary, I think. There's a young David Lynch. Look at that. Isn't he cute? Oh my goodness. He's so adorable there. So that's the credits. There's some location photos, which are kind of cool to see. What else is interesting? There's a lot of there's an interview in here, I guess, with David Lynch. This picture appears in some of the documentaries a couple of times, and I love that photo. I don't think I've ever seen that photo until I saw this edition. So that's quite cool. There's David looking in the window at Mary as she looks out looking for Henry. She's waiting for him to come over for dinner. Like I said, I'm not doing a review of this movie. This is more of just an unboxing of this Criterion edition. I will do an actual review for Cult Movie Tuesdays coming up in the coming weeks, or maybe this week or next week. There's a young David Lynch there with John Nance. I say John Nance, but yeah, John Nance. But then sometimes I feel like they say Jack Nance. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, this is a really, really cool edition. I don't own a lot of Criterions. I only have a couple. I have the original Beauty and the Beast from the 30s. And I have House, which I don't know if that's... Oh yeah, it's right here. I have that one. These run like $40, $50 a piece, so it's not the kind of thing I get often. It's like... I usually only get them if it's like a real treat. So this one, yeah. So we've seen the full spread like that. So for special features on here, we have A new 4K digital restoration supervised by director David Lynch with uncompressed stereo soundtrack. Eraserhead Stories, a 2001 documentary with Lynch on the making of the film. A new 2K digital restoration of 6 short films by Lynch. 6 Men Getting Sick from 1967, The Alphabet from 1968, The Grandmother from 1970, The Amputee version 1 and 2 from 1974, and Premonitions Following an Evil Deed, 1995. I actually haven't seen all of the short films. I only saw the first 2 or 3, but and David Lynch does introductions to each of the short films, which is really cool. There's a new documentary featuring interviews with actors Charlotte Stewart and Judith Roberts, assistant to the director Catherine Coulson, and cinematographer Frederick Elms. There's archival interviews with Lynch and members of the cast and crew, the trailer, and then the booklet I showed you featuring an interview with Lynch from filmmaker and writer Chris Rodley's 1997 book, Lynch on Lynch. So this came out in 2014 from Criterion. And like I said, I'm not adding a lot of these to my collection because they're quite expensive, but this one was one I felt I really wanted. Blue Velvet is another one I really want to get on Blu-ray. But for now, Eraserhead. I stayed up very late and watched basically everything on here the other night, and I paid for it the next day at work. It was very slow and sluggish, but it was well worth it. I love this movie. I have to thank my friend Sasha for turning me on to this. He was the person who knew all the cool stuff and turned me on to all this cool stuff. So shout out to my friend Sasha for introducing me to a lot of this stuff. I don't know. I might have found it eventually on my own, but he was way ahead of the curve with this stuff. And he showed me all the stuff, Blue Velvet and Liquid Sky and Eraserhead and like all of the cool, weird cult movies. So again, hats off to him. But anyway, the transfer on this is beautiful. I don't have a super high-tech TV, but it did look very nice in high definition on my TV. The audio is great. I listened to it with a pair of headphones. Sounded great. The soundtrack on this is like nothing you've ever heard, honestly. The roots of industrial music, maybe. I think I remember hearing a story about how they were rolling marbles around in a bathtub and then like mic'd the bathtub to get like that sound, and that's all throughout the movie. Anyway, I'm going to do a full review of this movie on Cult Movie Tuesdays because, like I said, it is one of my favorites, probably in my top 5 movies of all time. In fact, Blue Velvet, spoiler, Blue Velvet's my favorite movie of all time. And I am going to do that probably in the coming months too, like my top 20 movies of all time. So that'll be coming down the pipeline. But I just wanted to do an unboxing of this Blu-ray edition, 1977, 89 minutes, black and white stereo, 1:8.5:1 aspect ratio. The Criterion Collection. Wonderful, wonderful edition. So if you love this movie and you have a Blu-ray player and a good TV, goodish TV, I highly recommend picking this one up. You won't regret it. Again, I mean, there's been so much said about this film too. Like, I feel like I'm going to have a hard time doing a review of it, but I might do more of my own thoughts on the film and talk a bit more about the interviews and things in here. But just a beautiful edition. Criterion always does a nice job with their packaging. And I don't know, I might get more into this stuff now that physical media is disappearing from department stores and things like that. The boutiques may be where I end up going to get my fix for physical media and movies. So we'll have to see. But stay tuned for a Cult Movie Tuesday review of Eraserhead. I cannot get this back into the packaging. I will do a full review of this movie coming up soon. So keep your ears to the ground for that one. Most Tuesdays I do a Cult Movie Tuesday review. Every Friday, Fright Friday, where I review a horror movie. I also do thrifting hauls. I've been doing more lately, which has been fun. I hope you've been enjoying them. Leave comments below. Let me know if you've seen this movie, what you think of it. I know my friend Corey will probably have some good thoughts on this. But I am. You may want to save those because I am going to do a full review of this. This is just an unboxing. So follow me over on Instagram, Night Owl Video. Give me the thumbs up if you like these kinds of things. Subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your friends if they like physical media, movie reviews, and thrifting hauls. They might like my channel. You can recommend it to them. I would not mind. And until next time, I will see you out in the out in space, maybe. Woo!